trigger warning, life stuff. Nothing too intense, just like if you're in an emotional phase of your life, maybe you don't want to hear about my emotional phase of my life. Because I was gone from the face of the earth for a year and a half. I give you 10 seconds to f off. 10. Why did it think I said Among Us? Here's what happened. Why I was gone. First of all, took a long vacation. When I got back from the long vacation, I had to go to my brother's wedding. Gambling! Okay, then me saying gambling and then go, my dog died. Yeah, that happened. So, and my dog was very old. She was 17 years old, and yeah, she had doggy dementia. She was not doing well, so we had to euthanize her. So that was, you know, a whole thing. If you've ever had a dog, old dog in your family, you know, it's like, it's a lot of work. You know, you gotta take care of them constantly, and yeah, it's a lot. Not the slot noise. Honestly, that's the exact vibes I wanted in here. I'm not doing this to have a pity party. It's more like, I think a lot of people were like concerned that I was doing really terrible. And I think a lot of people also maybe thought that I was just being super lazy and negligent. And it's neither of those things. It's really just, I was so busy, like all the time. I literally had no time for anything. As you all know, I had my V3 model, which I made. That took up a lot of time. I tried to debut it, but I really couldn't. I didn't have the time to. So, but it takes hours and hours to draw all of the art and rig it and do all of the OBS and coding and whatever the Nobody thought you were lazy. Okay, good. So I wanted to stop renting. Me giving a landlord money every month that I'm never gonna get back that goes towards nothing is just like the feeling. I'm sure we can all agree with that. So I really wanted to start house hunting. I am fortunate enough to be in a position where between my mom and I, our salaries combined, we were thinking we could potentially buy Among Us. For anyone who's done this, you know how terrible it is. Looking for a house is really tiring. Don't recommend. I mean, like, I'm very happy with I ended up getting a house, but so much work. You drive 40 minutes to go look at a house, and you walk through the house, and you have to talk to the real estate agent, and then you have to do all this paperwork. Oh yeah, I'm interested in it, and then you come back and you put an offer in, and then they go, oh, some rich head actually just bought it for cash, and fuck you. And then you have to start it all over, and you have to drive fucking somewhere every weekend. Not a good time. Then we got a new dog because we're dog people, and there wasn't a puppy in the house anymore. We needed a doggy, so we got a new doggy, and I love her. She is turning 2 in May. Also very time consuming. Then I had to go on a work conference trip, week-long work conference. I do have to be out of town for like a week for those. Then I bought my house, and when I got my house, I had to do a ton of repairs on it. There was all of this bullshit mounted inside because a person who previously owned it had like pottery stuff everywhere. I had to like dismount all of this metal from like every wall in the house, spackle it all and sand it all, and then I repainted everything, and it was just nightmarish. And then we actually had to move too, so we moved into said house. That's also so much work. So tiring. Then I had a cancer scare, which was not fun. I do not have cancer. I have a lump in my throat. Basically, I had to get a bunch of testing done, and they were like, yeah, well, it's not cancer, but it's not cancer. So we have to check up and see if it's cancer every 6 months. The type of cancer that it could potentially be my aunt had. I'll be fine. If I end up, if it ends up being cancer, it's thyroid cancer. Apparently it's very treatable, but I don't have it, so like it's fine. But that was like really stressful, you know. And no one wants to go to the doctor and have them be like, yeah, you got a huge lump. So then I had to have more construction. They had to rip my entire wall out. It had water damage. We tried to get it taken care of in our house deal, but they basically did not want to pay for it, so we ended up having to do it ourselves. And then mom got cancer. She's okay. She's okay. No cancer. Mom had to have surgery, and that's not fun. And then my dad had to have surgery. So he had to have 2 surgeries. So I had to take my dad to surgery too and do that whole thing. And then the hurricane came. I had 2 direct hurricanes, and one of them my roof and windows up. I was getting like actually. So yeah, I have to have construction done. That's still an active problem. We've been dealing with all of the insurance bullshit, getting a new fucking roof. And then I moved my partner here, so more moving, and then I had to immediately go on another work conference. I literally had so much I physically could not do anything. Everything's fine now. It was just so much back to back, and none of it is like devastating. You know, like I'm healthy and safe, and everyone in my life is healthy and safe, but goddamn. So that's how it's gone. Yeah, and now we can talk about less awful things. I am tired.